Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this video where I'm going to be showing you 5 of the best cheap informed players that you have to go out and buy because they are ridiculously overpowered, really reasonably priced, and you can get them into your teams really easily, and once in they will make such a huge difference for you, scoring tons of goals, saving you loads of goals too. Great for use in weekend leagues, seasons, squad battles, it doesn't matter. Any type of game you are playing on Ultimate Team, these guys are really going to do the business for you. So I had to share them with you, and I hope you do enjoy my top 5 selection. If you do, please hammer the hell out that like button, as that really helps me out. And if you have any suggestions, if you've come across any good cheap informed players, special players, let me know in the comments below, as that helps me out and everyone else watching. So that is a really nice thing you can do if you've come across anyone decent, and obviously that'll be really handy for future videos where I'll be using and compiling even more good informs and I'll definitely give anyone a shout out who throws me some good suggestions my way. So we're going to kick off with my first suggestion, which is Inform Sanabria, 82 rated in FIFA 18. This guy is an absolute gem, and I can't believe more people aren't using him. 84 pace is decent, you know, it's not ridiculously quick, I know, but he is still quick, and with the right chemistry card applied to him, I mean, he is very fast and he will get in all day long. 85 dribbling is also really solid. 82 shooting is to die for, and it feels way better than that, I must admit. He's also got decent physicality, quite strong, good aerially, his passing is neat and tidy. He's a great player to use. Now, while his nation isn't the strongest, so it is a little bit harder to fit him into hybrids and other sort of teams like that, if you've got a straight La Liga squad, or at least half of a La Liga squad, he will fit in all day long, and he is a great player to use. You can slot him right into that striker position and he will start scoring you an absolute ton of goals. He is just that good. When he comes to one-on-one finishing, there's very few better, especially for the price. You know, this card is going for around sort of 17 to 20k, which I think is ridiculous value. For a player that can do everything that this guy can do, you're going to struggle to find much better value out there, in my personal opinion. When we look at his attribute details, as you can see, his acceleration and sprint speed are decent, but where he really excels is in that shooting category. Finishing and attack positioning at 87 is to die for. That basically just means that he makes superb runs, and when he gets in, he finishes every single time. So deadly in front of goal. His shot power is also really strong. Long shot's not too shabby, you know, definitely his weaker area of the striking sort of area overall, but still not bad. You know, his passing and dribbling are really solid, and that strength there is also really good at 80. Can't really ask for much more than that. Means he can hold the ball up well. He's also got decent heading accuracy and jumping, so he can definitely score some really nice headed goals. So don't be afraid to swing the ball into him, as he will get on the end of it and tuck those away too. So overall, a great card, and one I had to start off with because I just thought he was fantastic. Very similarly to my next player, who is also a striker and who is also really good. I've really enjoyed using him. I've used him a lot recently, and that is Locadia with his Inform 81 rated card. Now, Locadia has a similar amount of pace, 83 overall, although the split between acceleration and sprint speed is a little bit different, as we'll come to later. But as a well-rounded card, he is really solid. 86 shooting though really stands out, especially coupled with his 81 physicality. So strong, so good in front of goal. Reminds me a lot of Lukaku in many ways, that while he isn't the quickest, he does have a decent amount of pace. He's got really, you know, sort of solid dribbling and passing, whereby he can go past people now and then, he can link up. But where he really excels, he's just bulldozing his way through with his strength and then hammering the ball into the back of the net with his amazing, really powerful finishing. And that is exactly what Locadia possesses. In front of goal, once he gets the opportunity, he is lethal. Getting him into the squads is a little bit trickier maybe. You know, the Eredivisie isn't the most sought after league. There's some good players in there and you can definitely get him into a good squad. But luckily, being Dutch, so many good Dutch players around, you know, people like Depay, Robben, etc. You can definitely work some magic around there, get him in, and once in your squad, he will do some serious damage because he is just an absolute bulldozing beast. As you can see, the acceleration and sprint speed is quite a bit of a difference. You know, it does mean that initially he's not ridiculously quick, but once he does get going, he is very, very fast. 86 for the sprint speed is pretty damn decent. His attack positioning, finishing is so good. Shot power at 95 is just off the chain. So good, especially coupled with his long shots, as you can see. His passing, free kick accuracy are really good. I mean, his whole passing stat overall is really solid, especially when you add in his dribbling as well. Really decent there, apart from his balance, which is a little bit off, but overall some really solid stats there. His heading accuracy is okay, but the strength there at 86 is so good. Means that he can hold people off very easily. Great hold up play, and then obviously once he gets himself in, there are very few better than this guy when it comes to finishing. So overall, a top choice. We're going to go to a player who, to be honest, I cannot pronounce his name at all. But it's Charles Aranguiz, maybe? Let me know if I've pronounced that right. Aranguiz, something like that. Either way, I can't pronounce his name, but he's a top quality player. So good all round. As a cam, which is where I would urge you to play him, he is ridiculous value. I think I bought him for like 20k. Which, when you consider that he's got 79 pace, which is solid, really good, moves across the pitch well, 83 dribbling overall, 78 shooting and 87 passing, and decent defending and physicality. You know, he is a much more attacking player in my opinion, but you could play him at central midfield and he would do a defensive side of the job very well at all. With 65 defence, 75 physicality, he can definitely throw in tackles and muscle people off the ball and win the ball back for the team. But what I love about him is his passing. His range of passing is so good. He finds people with ease, gets the team moving, and he is an ultimate playmaker. But he can also make really solid runs and score a lot of goals too, which is why I'd highly recommend using this card, especially with his dribbling and pace. Means that he can do a lot of the work for himself, although his link-up play is so good because of that range of passing. As we can see with his attribute details, there is a lot of really solid stats. His passing is where I'll start. You know, vision, amazing. Crossing, free kick accuracy, really tidy. Short and long passing there at 88 apiece is ridiculous. 81 curve, very nice indeed. His acceleration and sprint speed, really quick for a cam. I love that to bits. His shooting, attack positioning is really solid. Like I said, he makes some really solid runs. Shot power also ridiculous. Finishing is quite decent. It's not amazing, but it's decent. Stamina is also really good. This guy keeps going for absolute days, and his stand tackle is also really good. So overall, a top central attacking midfielder for me, or a central midfielder if you want him there as well. But a great player to be using in the Bundesliga, and I cannot believe that this guy is really cheap. We're going to stick with the Bundesliga now, and we are going to put in, I think he was in the first team of the week, which is probably why he is so cheap, and that is Maximilian Philippe. This card is so good. 85 pace overall, 86 dribbling and 81 shooting. I mean, he is a winger and his passing isn't the best, but as a player to cut inside, his strong foot is his right foot as well. He will score you some absolute screamers. As he did for me, he's a top choice to be using. I really enjoyed using him. He drifted past people with ease. I'm not no skiller, to be quite honest, but his dribbling is so pinpoint accurate and he keeps the ball so close to his feet that you can just go past people with absolute ease. It's just really effortless with this guy, and that's what I love about him. Feels like a Neymar, a Sterling, that sort of player where you don't really have to do too much to get in, and once in, his shooting is so solid. 81 overall is absolutely to die for. We'll have a look quickly at his attribute details, and as you can see, 87 acceleration, very quick initially. Over that first 10-15 yards, he leaves most people for dead. His attack positioning, his finishing and his shot power are lethal. He will score you an absolute ton of goals, cutting inside all day long. His vision and short passing are quite good, but his crossing, his curve, not so great. You know, he'll definitely be able to find a player or two, but overall, he is definitely more of an attacking player himself and wants to be getting in for the chances for him. Dribbling, all amazing stats there. Strength not too shabby at 75, you know, that's not too bad. But overall, a great card that you can pick up for very cheap indeed. Now we're going to go to our last choice, which is a player that I've actually reviewed on the channel before, which is why I've saved him till last. And that is Mohammed Elyounoussi, 82 rated, 5-star skills, This guy is unreal. 87 pace, 86 dribbling, 5-star skills. He's a skiller's dream. Then you throw in the 80 shooting, 84 passing, makes him a fantastic winger. Yes, he is tricky to use, obviously playing for Basel and being Norwegian does mean that it is a little bit tricky to get him into good squads, but it's not impossible. He's a great sub as well if you want to use him in that way. Overall, a player that will score you some absolute crackers. He's very fun to use because of the high dribbling, the good pace and the 5-star skills. I would highly recommend this card because he is very, very solid. We'll have a look now at his attribute details. And as you can see, there's some real standout areas. The 90 acceleration, so quick over that initial first few yards. His attack positioning is okay, finishing is okay, not too shabby. Really good shot power, good volleys as well. His passing is on point, 90 on his short passing and 82 on his long, which is decent. Agility, balance, ball control and dribbling, so good. And stamina also very, very nice. A great card to use. This one is really cheap. You can pick him up for like sort of 13, 14k, which is just unreal for what is a really solid choice. So that were my top 5 informs that are really cheap that you can be using. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them and seeing the ones that I've selected. Like I said, if you've got any options that you've come across, let me know in the comments below. Hit the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace.